asosiasi seperti KPSI penting sekali.
Ya,
Ya, obat dan dokter penting, betul-betul.
ya.
Tapi mendukung support
Support system.
by orang with lived experience sangat penting juga for how to live everyday life.
Yes.
Everyday life challenges, for interaction, for social involvement, for to fight stigma. Hapus stigma, ya. That is, the doctors are too busy. So groups like KPSI do that.
Halo Sobat Bujangs, baik lagi bersama kami di
Kongko Bujangs Reborn.
Bersama saya, Bujang Brewok,
Bujang bijak,
Bujang ini,
Bujang santuy. Jangan lupa like, comment, share, subscribe, dan
tonton sampai habis.
halo Bujang, selamat pagi.
pagi.
Kali ini kita selamat pagi ya, bukan selamat siang ya.
Pagi.
Iya.
Kenapa sih pagi kita?
Ada narasumber
Ada
apa?
tamu penting nih,
penting
ya.
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 Ada
Tamu
penting.
terhormat. Dia itu profesor jurusan History and Philosophy of Science dari Universitas Sydney, Australia. Jadi sejarah dan filosofi ilmu pengetahuan dari
Pengarang
Universitas
juga.
Sydney.
pengarang
Pengarang buku ini di depan.
Jiwa Sehat Negara Kuat.
Jiwa Sehat Negara Kuat. Dia yang mengarang buku ini. Sama buku ini sebagai editor atau pengarang, Pak, yang merawat bangsa. Namanya Profesor Hans Pols. Nanti dia akan bergabung dengan kita akan mewawancari dia tentu saja dalam bahasa Inggris ya, Sobat Bujang ya. Oke, kita sambut aja langsung ya, Profesor Hans Pols. Oke, Sobat Bujang, as I have mentioned earlier, we have a special guest today. He is a professor, history and philosophy of science from the University of Sydney, a researcher and a writer. He has wrote some books like Merawat Bangsa and Jiwa Sehat Negara Kuat. His name is Profesor Hans Pols. Hello, Profesor Hans Pols.
Selamat
Welcome to Jakarta.
pagi.
Nice to have you here.
Apa kabar? Saya sangat senang untuk invitasi.
Yeah. So this is Kongko Bujang, Prof, an educational talk show. We are people with lived experience. We talk about mental health issue and related issue. Let me introduce myself. My name is Yuda, and in this podcast, I as Bujang ini, and this is
Waluyo in podcast Bujang bijak.
Bujang Bijak. So, Prof, what's your intention coming to Indonesia this time? As we already knew, this is not your first time coming to Indonesia.
Sekarang, right now,
Yes.
saya keliling Jawa.
Yeah.
Ada konferensi di Yogyakarta,
I see.
kemudian ke Semarang
Yes.
dan Lasem untuk berlibur. Lasem,
Semi.
kota kecil sangat menarik.
In East Java.
East Java, ya.
Yes.
Itu kota kecil dengan banyak orang dari Cina
Yeah.
dan
I see.
batik khusus.
Yeah.
Dan kemudian ke Jakarta untuk teman-teman dan juga ke KPSI.
Okay.
Oke.
Good. So, Prof, what makes you interested in writing and researching history of psychiatry and especially in Indonesia? What makes you interested in writing?
Nah ya, satu zaman anak saya, ayah saya bekerja di rumah sakit jiwa.
Okay.
So, rumah Anda dekat di rumah sakit jiwa.
Okay.
Dan saya di pohon-pohon taman rumah sakit jiwa. tidak ada orang yang lain karena they are scared of people with mental illness. Tapi saya muda, it was great to climb the trees and play around. Dan saya bertemu dengan orang dengan gangguan jiwa, but they're friendly, not scary. Dan saya ke universitas, saya pikir kesehatan jiwa dan ilmu jiwa sangat menarik. Kedua, ibu saya lahir di Batavia, di Jakarta, before Perang Dunia Kedua. Dan keluarga ibu saya ke Belanda after Japanese occupation, keluarga dengan trauma. Tapi nobody said anything, right? Tapi as a child, makan nasi goreng dan makanan Indonesia karena makanan Belanda bosan. So,
My favorite makanan?
Saya pindah ke Sydney 20 tahun yang lalu. Dan saya pikir saya harus ke Indonesia, melihat tempat-tempat keluarga saya, rumah-rumah. And one thing led to another. So again, interested from history into mental health today, and started to do some research about that. I met Anto
SK.
Yes, and other people from KPSI, Bipolar Care Indonesia. Saya pikir menarik sekali dan penting sekali. These groups for support, providing support for people with mental health issues.
Next question.
What is your opinion about mental health globally and then Indonesia?
Well, mental health globally does not get the attention it needs and deserves. Ada banyak treatment gap besar sekali. Di Australia ada banyak psikiater dan rumah sakit dan departemen ilmu jiwa di rumah sakit. Lots of investment, lots of money, but still it is not working as well as it should.
Really?
Yeah. Dan di Indonesia ada berapa dokter jiwa? 1.000, 1.200 mungkin. So it is not a lot. For such a big country.
We lack of psychiatry.
Yes, dan perawat, ilmu jiwa, and social work. Other professionals. And that in particular is the reason that groups like KPSI are so important. Because it will take another 200-300 years before there are enough specialists. That's one. And also people, orang dengan lived experience, they have knowledge, expertise, special. Doctors don't have that. But people with lived experience tahu hal-hal penting untuk orang-orang dengan ilmu jiwa. Gangguan jiwa.
Gizi.
Yes.
Okay, so what are the differences between mental health issue in Australia and Indonesia?
Wow, okay. So di Australia banyak uang, banyak orang dokter psikiater. Di Indonesia kurang
sekali dok ya.
Iya.
Prof ya.
Di Australia juga ada asosiasi mendukung seperti KPSI, mendukung orang dengan gangguan jiwa.
Ya.
Dan di sini juga, ya, Australia negara sangat besar. So di kota-kota besar, it is much easier to provide healthcare and support. But lots of Australia is rural areas. Pedesaan, and hospitals are far away.
Oh, I see.
Seperti Indonesia. Di Jakarta ada psikiater.
Ada.
Tapi di Halmahera atau Pulau Rote atau Irian Jaya.
In remote places.
In remote places, it's very difficult. Just like Australia.
Okay, I see.
So differences are just that there's much more government money for mental health, but the challenges are very similar. And I cannot say, okay, in Australia we have solved this whole issue, we know how to do it. So we tell you people in Indonesia, it's not like that. Because in Australia, we don't quite know what to do either. Kalau Anda orang, sedikit kaya, you can go to psychiater in private practice. But for most people, mahal sekali.
Mahal.
Seperti di sini.
But we have BPJS right here, so people.
Ya, betul.
Do you have it right in Australia?
Iya.
Ada juga di Australia?
Nama Medicare.
Medicare namanya.
But you have to wait longer.
Oh, I see.
And care is not immediately available.
Oh.
So ada, but still,
I see.
medical attention is not always right there when you need it.
Oh, okay. How about chicken, Doc? There are so many chicken in Australia or Indonesia. Which one has more chicken?
Di Indonesia.
Lebih banyak Indonesia.
Di Indonesia ada banyak ayam merdeka.
Ayam merdeka.
Ayam kampung. Dan keluarga ayam. Ibu ayam dan ayah ayam dan anak-anak ayam. Di Australia ada hanya ibu ayam.
Ibu ayam aja.
Untuk telur. Dan tidak ada ayam jago. Because you cannot eat them. Tidak untuk makan.
Okay, next question, number 4.
What are the challenges that you face during researching about psychiatry in Indonesia?
Challenges
that face
yes. Di Indonesia orang ramah, or what is it? Friendly. So I say, okay, I want to visit Rumah Sakit Jiwa Bogor. Orang di sana bilang, okay, welcome.
I see.
I found people here very welcoming.
Okay.
And very eager to discuss Kesehatan Jiwa and different approaches to Kesehatan Jiwa. Just like for this book, right? It's edited book with essay atau bab-bab oleh dokter ilmu jiwa dan social worker dan perawat komunitas dan bab oleh Bagus Utomo. So it's an overview of what is going on. And actually, it was really nice and interesting that people were really interesting to talk and to think about Kesehatan Jiwa di Indonesia masa depan. What to do in the future.
Okay.
And itu penting sekali ya.
Iya, betul.
Dan buku-buku itu saya bilang asosiasi seperti KPSI penting sekali.
Yeah.
Ya, obat dan dokter penting. Betul-betul.
Yeah.
Tapi mendukungan support
system.
by orang with lived experience sangat penting juga for how to live everyday life.
Yes.
Everyday life challenges, for interaction, for social involvement, for to fight stigma. Hapus stigma, yeah? That is, the doctors are too busy. So groups like KPSI do that.
Membantu.
Yes, and that's why they're so important.
Okay. Now, in Indonesia, schizophrenia survivor is called ODGJ, orang dengan gangguan jiwa atau people with mental illness. But what I heard, in Australia, they have different terminology. They're called people with lived experiences. What are the differences?
Initially, they called them in Australia consumers of mental health care. Consumers. Saya pikir di Indonesia tidak ada banyak orang consumer of mental health care. Berarti people who receive medical attention. Di Indonesia ada banyak orang dengan gangguan jiwa atau skizofrenia. Dia mau medical attention. Mereka mau ke dokter, tapi tidak bisa karena jauh, karena mahal atau hal-hal yang lain. So in Indonesia, the phrase consumer is not so good.
Okay.
It started out people called them schizophrenics.
Yes.
That's not good, right? So that changed to people with schizophrenia. So orang dengan schizophrenia. So the people are not fully defined by mental illness. It's just one thing about them. But they can also be penulis or pelukis, painters or activists. Then ketiga ada consumer of mental health care. But people with lived experience or lived expertise makes it not so much that they have a problem, masalah, but that they have an expertise, orang ahli expertise, living with mental health issues. It's a more positive phrase. But these change, I don't particularly like orang dengan gangguan jiwa, because it is like, it's so severe, it's such a big problem. So orang dengan masalah kesehatan jiwa atau orang dengan orang ahli living with mental health issues. Yeah.
Okay, Doc, it's already 5 questions. It's our friends' turns now.
Okay.
Prof, stay here.
Oh.
We will be replaced by our 2 friends.
Okay, bagus sekali.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Prof.
Thank you very much.
We start again, Hans.
Bagus sekali.
Hello, this is second session with me. My name is Budi, and I, in this episode, as Bujangs Reborn. Bujangs Reborn, and this is my friend.
My name is Edi Rianto. This is Bujang Santuy.
Bujang Santuy. Okay.
What is your favorite food in Indonesia?
Favorite food? Sulit ya. Ada makanan Indonesia. Banyak makanan Indonesia. Enak.
Okay.
Tapi di Lasem ada makanan Chinwah, Fuyong Hai. So it's telur bakar. Enak sekali.
It makes us hungry.
Oh.
So, what do you think about mental health services in Indonesia? What do you think that needs to be improved?
Well, pertama, tidak ada, there is not enough. So in Jakarta, okay, maybe, but everywhere else, so especially remote areas, it's just not, there are not enough services. So in the quality of services, some are very good, some are okay, some are not so good. But I think the first challenge in Indonesia is to provide more services. And it's a plan to put mental health care in puskesmas. Ide sangat bagus, but nobody really knows yet how to do it exactly. So this is the idea of Kesehatan Jiwa Komunitas, community mental health, to provide services closer to where people live. Today, people have to travel very far, and that makes it very difficult to get services. Yeah.
So it must be improved, ya. It must be improved one by one.
Sedikit-sedikit, lama-lama menjadi bukit.
Yes.
Okay. Prof, how important do you think the role a community about mental health? The community, role community.
How important?
Community mental health.
The role.
The role of the community. Ya, itu penting sekali karena stigma. Ya, many people with mental illness get isolated because of stigma. People takut. Oh, you're weird, you're gila, so saya lari. Social isolation makes everything worse. So in the community, to have people say, yeah, okay, some people are tall, some people are short, some people have this disorder, but support each other. That is very important.
Very important. So it's about the community of humanity, ya. Humanity, kemanusiaan. Jadi humanity problem, kesehatan jiwa, ada komunitas, ya, itu kita mesti dipandang sebagai manusia ternyata.
Ya betul, tapi hari ini ada shopping malls, and if you look like poor, miskin, orang miskin atau not well, then the security card says dilarang masuk. So orang kaya live in different neighborhoods, go to shopping mall. They don't interact with everybody else. That's not.
So this is big stigma in Indonesia, especially Jakarta. A lot of people shopping and see the people with mental illness is
Tapi what is penting untuk manusia? Lamborghini khusus atau support each other? That's more important, yes. Mengapa orang mau beli tas-tas Prada? Sangat mau. Mengapa?
Padahal ada yang lebih penting lagi.
Yeah,
That is
betul.
more important.
To build community. Yes.
Okay.
Prof,
Okay. In your opinion, what do you think about KPSI? And do you have any suggestion? Can you give input to KPSI so we can go better?
Saya pikir KPSI is organisasi sangat penting, sangat kreatif. And Bagus Utomo started it 20 tahun yang lalu. At that time, tidak ada orang that know about mental illness or schizophrenia. So, basic information tidak ada. Hari ini, the World Wide Web, ada informasi. Tapi kemudian, organisasi for social support, aktivitas, fighting stigma is absolutely essential to support people thinking about what are the challenges for people with schizophrenia setiap hari, how to live, how to manage, how to recognize symptoms, what to do about it. These kind of things. It's only the organizations like KPSI, the members can provide. So that's why it's so important.
Okay. So more important KPSI to bring support to people with life experience and the family.
Yes.
Caregiver.
To demonstrate recovery is possible. Because stigma thinks always sick. But orang dengan schizophrenia recover and are like everyday people. To demonstrate that is a really important way to overcome stigma.
I think stigma.
Prof, how should we people with live experience live better and have a good quality life?
Well, masalah besar untuk orang dengan schizophrenia is they become orang miskin. Yeah, it's sulit to have an everyday job. In some cases, the family provides support. In some cases, not. Right, and masalah untuk orang miskin is very hard because you have to buy makanan, you have to find a place to live. Jakarta Kota sangat mahal. So those are everyday challenges, just like many other people that are miskin. Sometimes people don't have KTP, so they cannot sign up for BPJS, so they cannot get medical care. That's an additional problem. So very basic problem.
Dan terkadang miskin di sini not only about money, but the mentality of the money to manage.
Yeah, betul. Oh yes. So the become ahli dealing with money, everyday life skills.
And every day we must struggle in life.
Yes.
So they call us people with life experience because expertise of life and life.
That's okay. Struggling on your own, struggling seperti salah satu orang, sulit sekali. Struggling sama-sama, okay, kurang sulit. Less difficult.
So, okay. So, last question is, what is your next project, Hans, in Indonesia? We hope it will running good and bring changes toward better future in mental health.
Saya harap juga ada proyek di Yogyakarta dengan DUKUNG, pusat rehabilitasi bernama Mental Health Mapping, dengan Alisa Hunt. Dia tinggal di Yogyakarta, dia bekerja sama dengan DUKUNG, pusat rehabilitasi. Saya telah organisasi untuk 4 orang lived experience dari Australia to visit Indonesia, dan visit KPSI. I hope to do something like that again, so that people from Australia and Indonesia can learn from each other interact and think about how they can support each other.
So this project is about collaboration.
Ya betul. Kolaborasi tentang dokter, tentang perawat, tapi kolaborasi tentang orang dengan gangguan jiwa, lived experience people, all together.
So, do you have any message for people with lived experience in Indonesia?
Ya, ada harapan, yes, things are getting better. Slowly. You are not on your own, right? There are many people like you, and recovery is possible, and you prove that recovery is possible. That is what people from KPSI, but also Bipolar Care Indonesia, Mother Hope Indonesia, organisasi yang lain, that all show that in the past people thought once mentally ill, always mentally ill, harus ke rumah sakit jiwa. But no, that's wrong. That's turned out to be wrong. People can participate in community life.
Do you have any message for KPSI?
Indonesia perlu banyak KPSI.
Okay.
In setiap kota and all over the country. Now, yeah, it's a lot of work, yes. So, but yes, keep going strong. That's the message to KPSI.
Okay, so that's our episode with Professor Hans Pols. We hope you enjoy this episode and it can broaden your horizon about mental health. Thank you, Hans. Thank you, guys.
Terima kasih.
And our last word would be salam sehat jiwa.
Salam
One,
sehat jiwa.
2, 3.
Salam sehat jiwa.